damn. I might have to put this statue back in the box. There's no way I am gonna be able to display this right now. This Grey Hulk is actually too big. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. Welcome everyone from What's on the Table. This is Prof G and you are watching another episode of Graded, the show where we're not just going to unbox or review a particular statue, collectible, or figure. We are actually going to give it a grade at the end of each video. So for this episode, we are gonna grade the 1/3 scale Legendary Beast Studio statue, Incredible Hulk, the gray version. Now before we begin, let me just say that getting this statue from LBS, it's starting to become a problem. Seriously, for a guy who started collecting Marvel Legends to Marvel Selects to Hot Toys, then 1/4 scales, and now moving to 1/3 scales, getting the Invincible Iron Man, I was gonna give it a pass. A very welcome and acceptable pass. Getting the Magneto was borderline like, dude, wake up. Where are you gonna put this? And as if I didn't learn, I got a Legendary Beast Studios Hulk. Yeah, I did. And this is being my very first Hulk statue, I say, go big or go home. Big thanks to the Statue Brothers for securing me this piece, priced at around 138,000 pesos, which is roughly around 2,379 US dollars. The price point kinda shocked me, in a good way. I'll explain more in just a bit. As you can see right in front of you, we have two ginormous boxes for the 1/3 scale Legendary Beast Studios Grey Hulk. Saying that it has a bit of weight to it is a huge understatement. Now, I've seen the size of this statue from different toy collectors, and if I remember correctly, it was from the channel The Everyday Collector where I first saw the size of this Hulk in hand. So a big shout out to The Everyday Collector. You guys might want to check them out. You're gonna learn a lot about the world of collecting and basically everything there is to know about the world of collectibles. Alright, let's get to it. Box number 1 contains the base of the LBS 1/3 scale Grey Hulk, and it's actually the heavier box out of the two. You are greeted with a collector's guide showing the cool looking photos of the Hulk and the different parts. You're gonna see two layers on this one, the top layer of the base and the bottom layer of the base. I recommend getting a buddy and getting those massive pieces out, as it's not gonna be a walk in the park. Box number 2 only contains two big pieces, the upper body of Hulk and the lower body of Hulk. And nope, I'm not gonna try to take that out, it's gonna be too risky. Let's go ahead and assemble this 1/3 scale Legendary Beast Studios Grey Hulk.
Easy.
Now, you've probably seen the green variant of the Legendary Beast Studios Hulk, but for some reason, getting the gray one appealed to me more than getting the green one. Although if you wanted the green one, there is a variant that has pedestals for the upper bodies of Hulk to be displayed, and that's the beauty of it. Similar to the Invincible Iron Man, you have a display pedestal, so you kinda have a bust that goes along with your main statue. But for me, I'm okay with this one. Just this one and done. Now, like I said a while ago, this statue is priced at around 2,379 US dollars. You would probably think that it's a big price jump for a 1/3 scale. But we are talking about the Hulk here. Honestly, it's a well-justified price point considering what you're going to get. And I'm confidently going to say that this is my first and last Hulk statue, says no collector ever. Okay, that's a lie, but still, if you're gonna get one and only one Hulk, this can be a prime candidate for your collection. Now let's talk about the statue in detail, shall we? Let's give it a quick measure. He stands 38 inches tall and 25 inches wide. So if you're gonna try to find a spot on your display shelves for this one, be prepared it ain't going to be easy. That's the size. Let's move on to the actual statue. First, the base. Now, if you've been following the creation of Legendary Beast Studios and you've seen my previous unboxing videos of LBS statues, you would know that the way they create their base is one of my favorite qualities. Let me explain. Think about this. I think their base has a very equal importance to the actual sculpt of the character. Look at this base. It is filled with stories and Easter eggs, and I've said this before. If you are planning to display an LBS statue, you best be prepared to display it on top of a rotating table, or what we call a lazy Susan. On one side, you see the evolution of Hulk. On the other side is you're going to see the Hulk transformation. You will also see the enemies of Hulk there like Abomination, Red Hulk, and Juggernaut. And also you will see the origin story of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, which started it all. The details on this and the color blends is just, for me it's impressive. You have that Bronze Age color over here, and it reminds me of what a treasure would probably look like after digging it up from a cave or something. Kind of like that. It looks really nice, and that is why I've been saying it ever since. The base is one of the best assets of an LBS statue. Now this is just wishful thinking. I kinda low-key wish that I can switch the front side of the base and use the other side of the base to be the front. You know what I mean? Both sides actually look fantastic, and I just don't want to have those beautiful sculpts and details to waste wherein it's kinda hidden when you display it. But that's just me being a petty, picky collector, and I think that is the result of the base giving us too much detail, and we kinda want it all. However, LBS listens. I think they are fixing that for their future designs. Wink. Second, the body. From the ginormous foot of Hulk all the way up, I gotta say that they've made a tremendous job with the sculpt and paint job. And since I got the Grey Hulk variant for some reason, and this just might be a trick to my eyes or something, so please correct me if I'm wrong, the details on the veins and the shading is much more prominent compared to the green version. But let's talk about the sculpt first. Most of the time when you see a Hulk statue, sometimes you're gonna get the impression that most of his features are kinda exaggerated to make him look bigger and stronger. But if we're only going to talk about proportion, this one is very spot on, I think. Nothing is too big, nothing is out of proportion, everything seems to be just right. So I'm just gonna show you some details that I really love about this Hulk that is fascinating, which kind of makes it a unique piece. First, if you're gonna see here, the right foot of Hulk over here stepping on the base, it seems like his size and weight is kind of giving the base a dent or something, which I thought was kind of cool. Usually you would see the character stepping on a base and that's about it. But this one, it kind of emphasizes the size and weight of Hulk more and how it interacts with the ground he is standing on. From the massive footprint that you will see on the base to the desert-like design he is standing on with those radioactive liquid, it looks pretty good. Moving up, you have his tattered jeans. As usual, there is no Hulk without tattered jeans, with a lot of rips and tears. You're gonna see the sculpt on the body with a lot of veins popping out, and look at that shading too. See? That's what I'm telling you. I think it's much more obvious with the gray variant. I mean, there are other variations of Hulk statues where his body is muscular, obviously, but it's a bit flabby. But this one is all muscle, man. Hulk be hitting those protein powders in the gym lately. And lastly, look at those big hands. I know this is a 1/3 scale statue, but look at those hands. It's almost as big as my hand. I don't know. Maybe I'm a 1/3 scale Filipino, but seriously, look at those details too. From the nails, and I'm kind of curious about this detail right here. Hulk has fingerprints. I mean, I wonder whose pattern is that, but I mean, if you think about it, that is a very small detail. They could have skipped that, made it look like just a flat and mimic like a skin texture or something, but they chose to put fingerprints. And just to give you a little bit of an idea on its size, just in case you are not sold to it being the same size as my hand, here is Hulk holding your normal size toilet paper. I mean, yeah, I chose the toilet paper because everyone has one at home, so Moving on to the sculpt. Alright, no bias here, okay? This, I think, is one of the best Hulk portraits I have ever seen. And I'm not just talking about as a gray variant version, I am talking about the overall Hulk as a character. I know a lot of people are probably used to seeing the MCU versions of the Hulk from their Hot Toys or even from other companies, but it doesn't appeal to me anymore. Maybe I just got tired from it and just made the conscious decision to switch and focus on comic book versions. Even the other statue portraits didn't appeal to me very much. I don't know, there's always something off or something missing, but I just couldn't identify what it was. I'm sure it's just preference, but when I saw this, and like I said a while ago, this is probably a one and done for me, and this will be my only Hulk statue. I don't see anything off with it. I mean, not yet, I guess. It can still pass as a classic look of Hulk, but at the same time, it can be considered an updated classic look. Visualize it. I think one of the known attributes or features of the classic Hulk in the comics is that big fat upper lip. I mean, what do you call it? A snout? I don't know. What is it called? This one right here. But anyway, this one still has it, but not really too prominent that makes it look goofy, you know? So yeah, I think this is like the perfect balance. Now with all that being said, and I've said a lot about this statue, you really need to see this if you're going to buy this 1/3 scale statue. Let's do a size comparison because dimensions are just probably not gonna cut it. Here is the 1/3 scale Hulk beside the Rubik's Cube. Where is it? Right there. Here it is beside the hardbound Civil War comic book. Here it is beside the 1/4 scale Harley Quinn. Look at that size. Hulk can definitely and easily smash that Harley Quinn. Smash. Here it is again beside a 1/3 scale LBS Wolverine. And if that is not enough, here it is beside a life-size bust Harley Quinn. Now that's me painting a picture for all of you who wants to get this statue. I mean, damn. I might have to put this statue back in the box. There's no way I am gonna be able to display this right now. This gray Hulk is actually too big. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. Yeah, but I always figure it out. Having said that, for this Legendary Beast Studios 1/3 scale gray Hulk with a design, the presence it's gonna give to your collection, I mean, it's 38 inches tall. Of course, it's gonna have a massive presence. The build, the quality, special mention to the sculpt and the base, the paint job, and the price that I got it for. Seriously, that price for a 1/3 scale Hulk, think about it. That's a good deal. I am going to give it a grade of 8.8. The grade is still up there. And here's the thing. The reason why I rushed getting this is because LBS produces very low ES. So if it's gone, it's gone. And Hulk being a very popular character and this is a comic book version, I think it's only a matter of time. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a solid and click on the like and subscribe button, or even just give me a shout in the comment section below. If you have a different grade you would want to give this 1/3 scale Legendary Beast Studio Gray Hulk, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again guys, this is Prof G and you just watched another episode of Graded. See you all on the next one.